Hello friends, let's learn something about the different types of communication. Communication skills are vital to a healthy, efficient workplace, often categorized as a soft skill or interpersonal skill. Communication is the act of sharing information from one person to another person or group of people. There are many different ways to communicate, each of which play an important role in sharing information. We use communication every day in nearly every environment. Whether you give a slight head nod in agreement or present information to a large group, communication is absolutely necessary when building relationships, sharing ideas, delegating responsibilities, managing a team, and much more. Learning and developing good communication skills can help you succeed in your career, make you a competitive job candidate, and build your network. While it takes time and practice, communication and interpersonal skills are certainly able to be both increased and refined. There are four main types of communication we use on a daily basis: verbal, non-verbal, written, and visual. Verbal communication is the use of language to transfer information through speaking or sign language. It is one of the most common types often used during presentations, video conferences, and phone calls, meetings, and one-on-one conversations. Be sure to use a strong voice so that everyone can easily hear you. Use active listening. The other side of using verbal communication is intently listening to and hearing others. Active listening skills are key when conducting a meeting, presentation, or even when participating in a one-on-one conversation. Doing so will help you grow as a communicator. Avoid filler words. It can be tempting, especially during a presentation, to use filler words. While it might feel natural after completing a sentence or pausing to collect your thoughts, it can also be distracting for your audience. Try presenting to a trusted friend or colleague. Non-verbal communication is the use of body language, gestures, and facial expressions to convey information to others. It can be used both intentionally and unintentionally. For example, you might smile unintentionally when you hear a pleasing or enjoyable idea. Non-verbal communication is helpful when trying to understand others' thoughts and feelings. If they are displaying closed body language such as crossed arms or hunched shoulders, they might be feeling anxious, angry, or nervous. If they are displaying open body language with both feet on the ground and arms by their side or on the table, they are likely feeling positive and open to information. Notice how your emotions feel physically throughout the day as you experience a range of emotions, anything from energized, bored, happy, or frustrated. Try to identify where you feel that emotion within your body. For example, if you are feeling anxious, you might notice that your stomach feels tight. Develop self-awareness around how your emotions affect your body. Make an effort to display positive body language when you feel alert, open, and positive about your surroundings. Mimic non-verbal communications you find effective. If you find certain facial expressions or body language beneficial to a certain setting, use it as a guide when improving your own non-verbal communication. Next, we will understand about written communication. Written communication is the fact of writing, typing, or printing symbols like letters and numbers to convey information. Writing is commonly used to share information through books, pamphlets, blogs, letters, memos, and more. Emails and chats are a common form of written communication in the workplace. Strive for simplicity. Written communication should be as simple and clear as possible. While it might be helpful to include lots of details in instructional communications, for example, you should look for areas where you can write as clearly as possible for your audience to understand. Attempting to communicate a joke, sarcasm, or excitement might be translated differently depending on the audience. Instead, try to keep your writing as simple and plain as possible. Take time to review your written communications. Setting time aside to reread your emails, letters, or memos can help you identify mistakes or opportunities to say something differently. Now let's understand a bit about visual communication. Visual communication is the act of using photographs, arts, drawings, sketches, charts, and graphs to convey information. Consider your audience. Be sure to include visuals that are easily understood by your audience. Thank you so much, friends, that you gave me the opportunity to discuss and talk about the different forms of communications.